Anyone that subscribes to my YouTube channel probably has noticed that it's been a while since my last video. I think the last video I posted was one of my landscape photography podcast episodes. And I've really been MIA, and I wanted to tell you guys what I've been up to and what happened to me. People that follow me on social media probably already know most of this. But I've had a pretty rough go of it the last couple months. So in July of this year, I had my first of 2 Iceland workshops. And as I was getting ready to go to that Iceland workshop, my mother got really sick. And actually on the day that I flew to Iceland to lead my workshop, I landed with the news that my mom had died during my flight. I've always had kind of a complex relationship with mom. So it was very difficult no matter what kind of relationship you have with your parents. But mine was pretty difficult because I didn't have the best relationship with her. And so, you know, I led that workshop and it was really rough for me, but I got through it. And then I came home and my girlfriend of 4 years left me the day that I got home. So not only did I lose my mom, but within a week of each other, my family fell apart as well. And because of that, I was going through some pretty dark times. I was not the happiest version of Nick Page that there's ever been. And because of that, I didn't want to fake it, and I didn't want to pretend to be happy in YouTube videos. And really, who wants to watch a sad sap in YouTube videos? I'd rather give you guys the happy version of me rather than the sad, depressed, broken home version of Nick. But I'm happy to report things are looking up. Things are much better now. It's been a couple months. I've moved on and in a much happier place than I was, but that's kind of what's been going on. Personal life can really get in the way of creativity and inspiration and motivation, and that's what I was dealing with. I've still been doing lots of photography and lots of workshops. I've been to Iceland twice now since my last video. Things are going well in that regard. I just haven't been putting my face out there because it wasn't smiling. I just got back from Maine where I was at the Out of Acadia workshop or conference. It's a landscape photographers photo conference, and I had people like Aaron Bobnick and Thomas Heaton and Brian Peterson and Juan Pons and all these really great photographers, and I got to go hang out with them. I even made a cameo in Thomas Heaton's video lately. Maybe you saw that. Got to hang out with him. How cool of an experience is that? So things have been really fun and really great, and expect more content coming up. So photography gear-wise, things have also changed for me as well. I have recently made the switch on my ball head to a BH55 Really Ride Stuff ball head, and there's a reason for that. I've killed 2 cameras, 2 5D Mark IVs in the last month and a half, 2 months, which is terrible. Not the cheapest piece of gear to destroy. The first time it happened, well, let me show you what happened. We have a fully functioning Acrotech GP ball head. I've ranted about this particular ball head many times because I've always loved it. One of the things that I've ranted about is how much I loved the lever lock mechanism. But this is the way it's supposed to work. You put in your L bracket here, and then you push this around, and it gives you that nice audible click when it's in properly. So you push it in, and then this locks down nice and tight. But what happened was, this is the brand new ball head that Acrotech has sent me. But here we have the one that killed my camera. And when I put this one in on this side, I push it in and it does not latch right here. This does not go in the way it's supposed to because it's gotten scarred up. So what happened was, I was carrying my camera, I was walking over a stream, I thought I had it latched, but I didn't notice that it was not latched. Camera hanging over shoulder from tripod, fell into a river, completely submerged, completely destroyed. Also had to have my 16-35 version 3 repaired as well. Oh, it sucked. I had insurance, but I had $1,000 deductible on that insurance, so not ideal. So that happened. I've always loved the Acrotech, and I like how light it is, but I did not like how it killed my camera. And I think if you just got the twist style knob, the ball head's totally fine. And in fact, that's what I'm gonna do with that new one I have over there. I'm going to put a twist style clamp on it with the knob rather than the lever, because after mentioning that on my podcast that happened, I've had like probably 15 or 20 people say that they've had the exact same thing happen. So it's not just me, it's a problem with that lever mechanism. Once it gets a little bit older and a little bit scarred up on the part that slides in, it begins to fail and it doesn't clip in as well. So if you do have an Acrotech ball head, I highly recommend that you switch over to the knob style clamp, and that should fix your problem. So I've switched over to the Really Right Stuff BH55. My initial thoughts on it are that it is super high quality. It's a pleasure to shoot with, but it is a nightmare to hike with. It is so big and so heavy. It's added like a pound to my tripod setup as well. So I'm not sure that I would recommend the BH55 for somebody that does much hiking. I would steer them towards the BH40. But what I do like is the lever lock mechanism. There is nothing to go wrong with it. It just locks in. So you put your plate in. There's no adjustment of any kind over on this side. So you don't have to worry about having your adjustment set properly. Put it in there, you flip this over, and it's locked. I was always kind of worried that I might accidentally bump this and unlatch it. In using it for a while, I realized that is not a realistic fear. There's no way that you can really unlatch that. And even if you do unlatch it and it comes halfway undone like that, it still can't come out. It still has a stopping mechanism, especially when you have the little stoppers, which I tend to take off. I'm liking the BH55. It's awesome to shoot with. It's pretty heavy. So there's a big part of me that kind of wishes I would have got a BH40, but I'm gonna kind of have two different tripod setups. I'm gonna have the big herky one where I'm not walking too far with it. And then I'm gonna have my smaller, lighter one with that FLM tripod that I've reviewed, which I ended up buying. And then I'm gonna put a BH40 on that, and that'll be my light setup. And between those two tripods, I should be more than set up. Nobody needs this many tripods. Also, a side note, notice that I have two different Feisal tripods here. Feisal has finally replaced this tripod where the legs have become unusable. You can see it doesn't want to straighten up. But this one is the new updated version where the legs work properly. I'll be doing a review on this once I have a chance to use it a bit. Anyways, I just wanted to give my subscribers kind of a face-to-face apology. I'm sorry it's been so long since my last video. I do have more content coming out. In the next few days, I'm gonna be coming out with a review of the 14mm art lens from Sigma. I had a chance to shoot with that in Iceland, and I think you're gonna be excited about the results, especially if you do night photography. And I've got lots of other stuff coming up. So I'm sorry that it's been so long since my last video. It won't be as long before the next one. All right, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.